The 7 last words, or the 7 last sayings, are the 7 statements attributed to Jesus from the cross, drawn from all 4 Gospels. The devotional focus on the 7 last words became prominent in the late medieval church. The spiritual practice is a liturgical act, not a historical reconstruction, which allows us to contemplate, reflect, and ultimately be changed in the process. Through this practice, you will see that the cross is not the silence of God, but it is where love speaks. I invite you to find a quiet place to reflect, meditate, and pray while I read the 5th saying 3 times. I thirst. I thirst. I thirst. Toward the beginning of John's Gospel, Jesus meets a woman at a well in the middle of the day. He asks her to give him a drink because he was thirsty. And this makes sense. It's the middle of the day when the sun is the highest. But then Jesus speaks about living water, how those who drink of it will never be thirsty again. Jesus is referring to himself and the living water he brings those who believe in him, the living water of eternal life, the living water of agape, unconditional love, the living water of grace, mercy, and a place with God. Now at the end of the Gospel of John, we meet Jesus on the cross, and he again says, I'm thirsty. Jesus is dying. He's hanging on the cross, losing fluids at an alarming rate, hasn't had anything to drink since the night before when he shared a meal with his disciples. It's a human comment. I'm thirsty. They had wine on hand for crucifixions as a small act of comfort. This wine acted as a pain reliever, an intoxicant, something that would shout, look at us, we aren't complete monsters as we hang people on the cross. We give them a little relief from pain. But this isn't the only thirst Jesus was looking to quench. Jesus thirsts for people to believe, to have faith. Jesus thirsts for people to show love to others. Jesus thirsts for righteousness. Jesus thirsts for justice for those who have been oppressed. Jesus' thirst begs this question from us. What do we thirst for? Where do we feel parched in this life? In other words, what are we longing for in this world? The woman at the well thirsted for someone to know her, truly know her, and Jesus did. Jesus thirsts for all of us to know him and to know each other as well, to see each other as fellow human beings, fellow travelers in this journey of life. Jesus says, I thirst. As we meditate on this phrase, on the things we thirst for in this life, we can draw closer to Jesus. Our God continues to show God's humanity to us, showing us that God meets us where we are. This is the 5th word of Jesus on the cross.